Um, um,
Um,
Hello
welcome
and
to.
welcome to the Professor's Lab podcast, a show with a nerd, a clown, a duck, and a degenerate. Today, I'm talking into a $250 microphone instead of a $150 microphone, so you have to take me a lot more serious. This is an actual podcast microphone. And I also look a bit different as well, so don't worry, it's only temporary because hair always grows. Now, Owen, introduce to us the topic for today.
All right, so the topic for well, there's two topics for today, but one of them is Mel, and the other one is Barbie. And it's like, they're like both connected because like my my profile picture is like Barbie and Metallica. You
Oh,
know?
is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mic doesn't go far enough.
Oof.
I got an extra large arm, but it's still too short.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, well, go ahead then.
Yeah. 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 So, Teague, you told me like you had like a story about metal, but like,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. All right. I'll go ahead then. So, my story with metal starts all the way back in 2016, I'm pretty sure. It was when my brother started driving, and, as 16-year-olds do, he's very angry. He got a crazy GF, and they broke up, and other things happened. I don't remember. I don't really remember much because I was 9 years old, and I wasn't prying into his life that much, only a decent amount. But anyway, um, he got really into heavy metal and the screamo kind, like the worst kind imaginable. The stuff that
yeah.
was a spawn from Satan himself, that kind of stuff. Mm. So his favorite band was Bring Me the Horizon, innit?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like the Giga Chad theme.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he literally listened to that exact song all the time.
Can you feel my heart? Da, 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 da. You know?
And
Yeah.
among other songs as well, but I don't really remember any of them.
Yeah. Does
True
he still
friends
listen to
stay
metal?
with. Yeah, apparently he's still into metal. He's never really grown out of that phase. It's just a part of him, his soul now. But
Yeah.
if there's anything that has classified him as diverting into another genre of music, then it would be Tom McDonald. So there
Yeah,
you go, just white
yeah,
rap.
bro.
Um,
Yeah, man. It's like the. I also only listen to metal nowadays. It's like the closest I have to a second genre is like K-pop, but like even then, I rarely ever listen to it. The
uh
only
huh.
reason why I talk about K-pop so much is because like I think the girls in K-pop are hot, you know?
They go hard.
Uh,
So
yeah,
anyway, so his metal fetish annoyed me a lot, to be honest, because I just didn't understand it. Okay, I
yeah,
listened to Taylor Swift, Imagine Dragons, Rob Thomas, or well, Matchbox 20. Rob Thomas is the lead singer, but Matchbox
yeah,
20,
yeah,
Pink. No, not really Pink. Just like
yeah,
stuff that would play on the radio, the
yeah,
oldies, the oldies
yeah,
of the
bro.
2010s. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of
Um.
funny you mentioned that because like back then I used to hate metal because like I just thought it was like so loud, you know. And,
Uh
like I
huh.
just listened to like pop and like a rap, you know. But like as a
Lil Wayne.
girl, I liked metal more, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of Lil Wayne, did you know that he had like a heavy metal album and it was just really weird? It was either
Well, so
metal
did Lil
album or
Uzi.
rock. Yeah, 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 bro. Yeah.
Maybe you're thinking of Lil Uzi. I'm not so sure about Lil Wayne.
No, he did have a metal album.
Oh,
It
well,
was
Lil
either
Yachty
metal
also
album
made
or
an EDM album or whatever the heck it was.
yeah,
I have no idea
yeah,
what kind of genre he was going for.
yeah. I think it was like psychedelic or something.
Psychedelic, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, the story continues as I'm just kind of desensitized to the metal genre. And whenever we're like coming back from church, I ride with my brother in the car, in his Dodge Neon, dookie little car that he could barely even fit in, but he loved it. It was his favorite car. Um, he would just put on some Bring Me the Horizon and just smoke his vape as we're leaving church. And he was still a teenager, so breaking the law smoking at that age. But there you go.
Yeah.
Um,
I reckon all.
yeah. So like I never enjoyed the metal, but I just got used to it because he listened to it so much, and he was just obsessed with Bring Me the Horizon. He would tell me the whole lore. Oh, did you know the lead singer? Well, he broke his voice, and then he had to have speech therapy to get to sing again, and now he's back. He's back, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know. I think when that happened, it was like 2017 or something.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, man.
know.
Yeah.
Well, my
Well,
brother
jeez.
moved out. I'm not done. My brother moved out in 2019 and continued his metal craze, but I was no longer exposed to it. Uh, and so I kind of just okay. What I was listening to my Spotify recommendeds when I was 13, and just that one Machine Gun Kelly and Youngblood song came on. I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
Something,
Wait,
whatever.
what's the song called?
I think I'm okay,
Oh,
or I think I'm not okay, whatever the frick it's called.
yeah, yeah.
Roll me up and smoke me love, and we'll fly into the night. Roll me up and smoke me love, and we'll fly into
Dude,
the
that's
night.
so cringe.
Take strength to let go and figure it
Do you actually like
out.
Machine Gun Kelly? Like as
Yeah,
a punk artist?
yeah,
Uh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of think he sucks, you know.
perhaps. If you just listen to his song with Lil Wayne and Mainstream Sellout, it's called Drug Dealer. It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
Oh, he also made a song with Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, but it's also in that same album. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
dude.
his best songs are in his latest album, and then
Yeah, yeah.
he just stopped making music as much after that.
Yeah,
He came back to rap. That's what he decided to do. He's made
yeah, bro.
one rap song, and it sucks.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy, man.
Like I like rap, but this is horrible. He is a
This is
horrible white
garbage.
rapper.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he does like his lyrics aren't whack. It's just he's too white to be a good rapper. Like
Yeah, dude.
I can barely call him a white rapper because he's just that bad. All right, there are
Oh,
white
yeah.
rappers that are actually good. He's not one of them.
Yeah, dude.
So I like his punk rock in it better.
Yeah, dude. I kind of
Anyway,
think like,
this what, so after
can I?
2019, that's like the the closest thing to metal I've listened to after my brother moved out. And then we just move along with the rap phase for the next like 2 years.
Yeah,
And
dude.
I don't know, more like 1 year. For the next year. That's about it. So we go through 2020, I'm just listening to nothing but rap. Just bloody Juice World, bloody Pop Smoke, bloody Travis Scott. Yeah, all that stuff. Um and
Yeah.
then
Can I
in what?
please go real quick? I need to tell my dog to shut up.
Okay. Let's um let's deal with this. Oh, I'm down. And the amplifier is being attacked, or it was. Yeah, it was. I think it's fine now. They're attacking the shields now. Just... I need to actually lean into the microphone so you can hear me properly. Like, there's settings that you can do for the Shure MV7 where you can talk into it normally and it'll be a decent volume, and then if you back up, it still focuses on your voice. But I'll figure that out later. I'm gonna work with this for now. Just as if it's like a
Yeah.
USB mic. Alright, so in 2021, I I rediscovered Youngblood again, okay? I don't remember what I listened to.
Yeah. Is Youngblood like the guy who made the "When There's Blood in the Water"?
I don't know.
I think he did. Yeah.
Well, I think I got one of his songs on my Spotify recommended. I don't remember.
Mhm.
Well, um, I listened, so I just went right to his weird exclamation mark album just because I felt like it. I was bored. Like, oh, this one song sounds pretty epic. Let's listen to this whole album then. It must have been like Parents or co- it wasn't Cotton Candy. What I don't remember what I listened to, but I listened to the whole album. I got the whole experience, and it was pretty fire. I added most of the songs on there to my playlist. Okay, okay, and I was a certified young blood fan, and I started looking up videos about him, stuff he's being interviewed about, and I found out he was pansexual, and I'm like, wow, cringe, but I'll still listen to his music. Um, and I learned about how his like dad was very abusive and all that. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of epic. Um, and that's kind of what the Weird album is about, just like how much his parents hate him and how much his like peers hated him all the time. Um, but once he started making music in 2018, he wanted to try to find people that were like him, and holy fuck, were there a lot of people like him. And I think he's from Birmingham. He sounds like Peaky Blinders. So he sounds pretty funny. Um,
Yeah. Uh,
so I just keep on listening to all that, and then he releases Fleabag as a single, and then he just disappears. Oh, I remember what song I listened to him from that he was in, and the reason why I listened to Weird. He made that song with KSI and Polo G, and I was like, whoa, he sounds
ooh.
so Homo sapien, but like I want to listen to more. So I do. I
Yeah.
listen to album. That's what I listen to. Patience.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I share my story now?
No, I'm not done.
Oh my god.
There's so much lore. Okay. So I can't. So yeah, he disappears after Fleabag. All right, for like the next year. And so it wasn't until like mid 2022 he starts releasing some singles, and then he releases a whole album just called Young Blood. It's just named after him for some reason, which I feel like he's done that before, but he's doing it again. Okay. And he changed his style. It's not metal anymore. I don't know what it is. It's like pop rock something.
Uh,
It's very strange. Um, so the best song on there was "Memories with Willow." Okay, that's about it. Everything else is kind of mid, but still playlist worthy, kinda. Um, is that, no, okay. So that's he's kind of the main artist I listen to with metal, but Machine Gun Kelly, I got that punk rock phase, at the same time. Well, after, but not kind of at the same time. And then also Glaive. So, and then Machine Gun Kelly and Glaive made a song, and I'm like, whoa, like the stars aligned. I did not see that coming because Glaive is kind of underground when that happened. Now he's a lot more famous. He's rich and famous and lives in California, all that stuff. But that was like legendary moment for Glaive. I was so proud of my boy. Um, so Glaive, he's kind of like anti-pop, and he changed his style recently again. Everyone's changing their style. Like that's the problem with liking artists that are mentally ill. They just can't stick with anything. So I guess Glaive is my favorite artist right now. Youngblood was my second favorite artist of all time when I discovered him. The first being Post Malone. Third being Juice World. But I think Glaive takes that third place spot, and then a Juice World is fourth place, and then fifth
yeah.
place was Little Nuss Nuss X or Travis
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah.
But now I kind of don't like Travis Scott right now because Utopia was so mid. I'm very ashamed of him.
Yeah.
Well, your
Yeah.
turn. Go ahead.
Alright, yeah, dude. So like
Mm-hmm.
first time I listened to metal was 2018 or so. And so like the first well I got into metal because like I got into rock first, which was Weezer, and then like I just eventually became like a metalhead afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember the first metal band I ever listened to was System of a Down. You know, like I don't think you man, and my eyes are so super sad. You know,
Yeah, in it.
yeah, man. And then like I, I kept on listening to I kept on listening to metal until like the pandemic, and then just like afterwards I think I just kept on listening to K-pop
Uh-huh.
afterwards, and then like I like eventually keep on changing to like uh K-pop and like metal, you know.
Yeah.
And so like just like last year I went back to listening to metal, and like I just kept on listening to metal ever since, you know. And it was like a like Tool that brought me back to metal, but now I don't really listen to Tool. I just listen to like a ton of other artists. It's like it's like basically like a 1970s to 1990s kind of metal, you know?
They had
And
metal in the 70s.
yeah, yeah, the first metal album was like released in 1970.
Wow. It's the music
Yeah,
of the
bro.
devil indeed.
Yeah, bro. And like something even crazier about metal is that it was first released in Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
hopefully
bro.
little Peaky Blinder in you. To Arthur
Yeah,
Shelby. How you doing, mate? Shalom,
dude, yeah,
shalom. What is
yeah,
this little
bro.
Jew doing here? Oh, don't worry
Yeah,
about it, Arthur. It's all good here, mate.
yeah, dude.
Shake my hand.
It's like it makes sense why metal is like so satanic, you know, because it's like Satan lives in Birmingham, you know? That's just
Uh-huh,
like hell
absolutely.
on earth. Yeah,
I
yeah,
I,
bro.
I kind of like Mandela effect convinced myself that I've been to Birmingham and I've been to Liverpool, but I
Dude,
actually haven't. I've been on trains that go to Birmingham and Liverpool, but we didn't actually go there. We went to different parts of London and Bath, which is like towards the west, I think. Yeah, west of
dude, yeah.
England.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be
What's
in
interesting about
Birmingham.
Bath is the Romans or Greeks or whatever, they settled
Wait, it's
in,
called Bath?
yeah, Bath, spelled like a
Oh my god.
bathtub, but they pronounce it Bath, so you know the difference.
Dude.
Actually, I think they
Imagine
say it
naming a city
Bath
after
anyway.
Bath.
Yeah, in it. But it's
Yeah.
called Bath for a reason. So when the Romans or Greeks, whatever, whichever ones they were, they're kind of the same. When they settled in England, they were in London first, I think, and they called it Londinium. So that's
Dang.
why I always call it Londinium because that's what it was called before London.
Yeah.
But they also settled in Bath, okay? And there's a bunch of like preserved structures and buildings that were made by the Romans and stuff, and like actual spas that are like all brown and stuff because it's old water, and they would have saunas and stuff. Like this is all like 2,000 years ago. They had saunas. It's crazy or something like
Dang.
that. I'm not sure,
Dang, bro.
but
Yeah.
there you go. It was pretty interesting, and we've been there twice, uh, or once. I don't remember
Bro.
because
Bro,
I
I
was there
just
when I
had
was
like a
12, right? I don't know.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
well,
I just had like a soy boy moment, like ooh, you know, because it's like
Birmingham.
you said twice, and it's like my favorite K-pop group, and you said
Oh
like
yeah.
Sonic, and it's like my favorite K-pop members, so it's like ooh, bro, you know, yeah, ooh. Yeah,
When did I say twice? Oh yeah, I said.
uh,
Oh, I've
yeah,
been to Bath twice.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can smell the
You're taking
spaghetti
it.
from the kitchen. My mom's making spaghetti.
Oh, nice.
So you wanted to talk
Yeah,
about the
dude.
Barbie movie? You saw it?
Yeah, yeah, but can I just quickly talk about bands I listen to?
Okay.
All right, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So like metal bands I listen to is Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Pantera, Megadeth, Metallica, and Yeah, I kind of listen to like some songs from like other artists sometimes. Like Ozzy Osbourne, for example.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ozzy
yeah,
Osbourne made a song with Post Malone that one time. I
yeah,
feel you
yeah,
crumbling in my heart down to a hide a stone. You
yeah, dude.
bled
And it was
me
like,
dry just like the tears you never showed.
yeah, dude. And so like Ozzy Osbourne was a part of Black Sabbath, and it was like the band that created metal. So
Wow.
it's like crazy, man.
The Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, 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 dude. All right, yeah. Let's talk about the Barbie movie. But first, I just want to say that like Barbie, that Ken has a Metallica fanny pack, which is like
Wow.
cool because it's like transition to Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah, yeah. So like I watched the Barbie movie with my family, and so it was like the tickets were like $4 because of like it was National Cinema Day, and so it was like
Wow.
cool because it's like you just get like because it's like way cheaper, and like everything else was on discount as well.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So like, firstly, I get into the movie theater, and so like, I just have like this small Dr Pepper cup, but it was like so unbelievably small. It was like crazy, man. It was like, how am I supposed to finish? How am I supposed to keep all that in just one sitting? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah, dude. And so I'm trying to remember like
So
what
don't
exactly
explain the
happened,
whole plot. I already know it, but just like explain what you like about it and then what you hate about it.
dude. Can I actually just give like a ton of spoilers because it's like
Yeah, I already know what.
it's
Okay, if you need to, go ahead. I already know what happens.
all right, yeah, yeah. So like at the beginning of the movie, it's like Barbie like has like her feet like from like the tiptoe position to like flat, and so like it was like, oh, I can see your girl's feet. It was like foot fetish people were probably like coming. And so it was like, yeah. And so like Barbie just talks to like this weirdo, and so it's like, do you want to stay in Barbie land or do you want to go into the real world? And so it's like Barbie wants to stay in the Barbie land, but like she has to go to the real world because like this girl is just pressuring her to do it. And so like she she has to go into the real world and find her creator, but like Ken also goes with her, but like she didn't invite her or anything. So like she didn't invite him or anything, and so it was like yeah, they get arrested a couple times because it's like they just don't understand like law or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. And so it was like trying to think. um yeah, and so like Ken finds about like the patriarchy, and like how men are so strong. And so like he just thinks like that for the whole movie. And so, uh, oh yeah, and they decide to go to like a school, and like I was kind of surprised that like they didn't get kicked out or anything because it's like you know regular adults just can't go into like a middle school. It's like so weird. Yeah,
So
you there?
do you think the movie's satire or do you think it's like they were
No,
trying to
I
spread a message but it became off so like obnoxious that it just seemed like they were making fun of themselves.
I believe they were genuine, and it was like they tried to make it seem like, oh, patriarchy is bad, feminism good. Like Ken is just like such a Chad character. He's literally like me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah, man. And so like, uh, yeah, and so like as I was saying, it was like it was surprised that like they didn't get arrested a third time because like like regular adults just can't enter into a middle school.
Yeah.
And so like Ken gets these a couple of books. One of them was patriarchy, and the other one was about like a horses or something. There's other books, but I forgot about them. And so it was like, yeah. And so it was like Barbie was called like, and so like Barbie tries to talk to like her owner, but like her owner is such like a Emily, it was like, oh, you freaking fascist! You're destroying the planet. You're bringing capitalism. You're the reason why this planet is destroying. And so it was like, bruh, stop. And so like, after that, Ken goes back to Barbie Land, and so like Barbie is like running from Mattel, which is like the company that owns Barbie. And so it was like they were like trying to hide away from her. And so it was like Ken goes back to Barbie Land, and so does like the create, and so does like the owner and like her mother. And so it's like when they get back, they just realize that like Ken has made this into Ken Land, and so it's like this base Giga Chad society. It's like the Kens own the land, and like the Barbies are like servants to the Kens. And so like Barbie just like cries about it, which I find like really hilarious because like secretly in my mind I was telling you, I was like saying like shut up, you shut up, you're roasty, you deserve it. Yeah, you there.
Huh. Um, I was so I don't remember exactly what I wanted to talk about on my
Yeah,
side of the Barbie movie.
yeah, but it's like I kind of already I mean here, so like I need to explain like the rest of it. And
All
so
right.
it's like, yeah, I was like saying like I was saying, so like the regular Barbie was like crying, and so it was like, haha, like you're freaking roasty, you're crying, you know. And so it was like, no, we need to bring back feminism. And so like Barbie somehow managed to like hypnotize like all the Barbies into hating the Kens and all the Kens to hating the Kens. And so it was like they have like a civil war, and so like Barbies just like bring back the Constitution of Barbie Land, and so it's like, no freaking hell, man! It was like my base Ken Land is not even working. And it was like the thing is though is that like or Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa House was like outselling, and so it was like crazy, man, because it's like like mm, you know
Welp.
Yeah, yeah. And so it was like the best selling and had a blockbuster movie, and like every kid was buying it. But like Barbie just said, no, this is Barbie Land. And so it was like eventually like the Kens just like give up. And so like eventually like the Barbies go into power. And so it was like all the Kens are now out of power. And so like they're all like liberated feminist women's. It was like so cringe towards the ending because it was like, oh my god, dude, we are liberated women. And, like the dumbest thing about it though was that like Barbie just eventually goes to like the real world, and she just becomes like a regular human being. Which like, firstly though, like why would you want to make yourself go into hell that is current life, and but not stay in a utopia? It's like it's like, not to mention though, she literally fought to like keep Kens out of Kenland. Then she leaves Barbie Land. Like all the other Barbies were like happy about it, and so were all the other Kens. Like, you selfish woman. Yeah, yeah. And so like that's kind of like my thoughts on the Barbie movie.
So every single person that my brother has met, because my brother loved the movie, he thought it was hilarious. Like he could see
Yeah,
the message, but
yeah,
he's the one that told me like, it just seems like satire when I know it's not. The director is an actual feminist, okay,
yeah,
but she just went so hard into the whole message that it just seems like a joke. That's how like
yeah,
ridiculous it is.
yeah,
So
bro.
it was an A-OK movie. It's pretty funny in it. But then the one person that he's met that actually hates the movie, was a woman that works at his bus place.
Mhm.
And she saw the movie and she went home wanting to strangle all men.
Damn.
Like she consumed the message and hated the movie because of how much it made her hate men. I don't know
Yeah,
if she
dude.
hated men already, or she just like saw reasons to hate men, and she's like, "What is happening to me? I'm
Yeah,
becoming
bro.
a feminist."
Yeah, dude. I remember like some people like actually broke up. Some girls actually broke up with their boyfriends
Yes.
because it's like they saw the Barbie movie. Like, imagine just breaking up with your boyfriend because like a literal movie.
Yeah,
It's like so stupid.
people take people take others' criticisms about something too seriously when literally
Yeah,
you can't take it seriously until you've seen it happen yourself. Like, men are a part of a patriarchy and they're dominant in this world, and women can't succeed. Oh my gosh, my boyfriend is dominant and I won't be able to succeed? Well, that's baloney. I haven't seen it myself. I'm happily married with my BF. So, like, if we can just have more people that could take things with a grain of salt, that would just be amazing and just not base it off of a bloody movie. Ken is
yeah, dude.
literally us, but Barbie is not literally them, so get the frick out of here. But Ken is the only
Yeah,
real
dude.
character.
It's like the thing is though is that like Asian women on average like get paid more than white men. So
Yep.
like you know,
Yeah, I
you know what I'm
know
saying?
all of this patriarchy poopy is bull poopy,
Yeah,
um, because I've seen it myself. Women and black people can succeed. We got a black president for 8 years. He was elected twice. We
yeah,
got a woman vice president who is also like Hispanic or black or something.
yeah,
Or wait,
yeah. And like there was literally a presidential candidate that was also a woman. So it's
yeah.
like
And my mother makes more money every single week than all of your net worth combined.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
I should not have said that. I should not have said that.
I should
You
not
just
have
play a
said that.
song in front of Fluffy, and you'll go right to sleep.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, my
yeah, man.
spaghetti's ready. Is there anything else we need to say?
I was just gonna say like one of the Ken actors was like a total incel and like he just spam like black porn on like 4chan, and so I was like kind of interesting, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my
Yeah, Ken
endurance
is.
is done as well. Oh my.
Yeah, bro. It's like Ken is literally me, you know?
Oh, I got a
Um,
Better Call Saul poster.
cool.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, yeah, man.
What else did I get?
Uh,
Oh, I got a neon sign to put up in the
yeah,
hallway that says on air, and so everyone will know that I'm like recording or something when I'm in my room. I
yeah,
just
dude.
walk out in the hallway and I turn it on. 'Cause I could put
Yeah,
it on my door or something, but you need to actually plug it into something. And
yeah, dude.
around all of the doors of the bedrooms, there's no outlets. You got to put it in the middle of the hallway, just like completely away from it, because that's where the outlet is. It has like a nightlight.
Yeah, dude. It's
Oh my
like
gosh,
I
man.
wish I was in Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa house, you know? Like such a cool place, you know?
Uh huh.
It's like yeah,
Another
man.
Plankerton endurance. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, dude. And it's like I literally wish like uh it's like pretty funny that like the feminist like
Yeah.
propaganda that is Barbie like didn't work, you know? So it's like no,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say about Barbie movie. I just thought like it was pretty. Oh, there is actually one thing else. It was like there was no like Asian women, you know. So it's like it was like full of like liberal left like Emily kind of women, you know. There was like a
uh,
black female president, and there was like a really fat Barbie, and so it was like
uh-huh.
it's like what if like the movie writers are racist or something, you know?
I leveled up once from that entire 2.5 hour endurance.
On why?
Bloody Fortnite. I'm
Ah,
supposed to level up 5 times. What the heck?
what the heck, man? Yeah, dude.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. Oh no, I
Yeah,
did. I did. No, there it is. It's just delayed. There. Now I leveled up a bunch of
yeah,
times.
yeah.
Okay.
But like overall, my thoughts on Barbie was that like every moment with Ken was like a Chad moment because it's like
Mm-hmm.
No, he like got rejected by Barbie, and now like Barbie is like crying about it, you know. And so like I literally want that to be me, you know.
Yeah,
And
we'll
so
see.
it's like, yeah, bro. But like Barbie just had to ruin it all because like Barbie is like some selfish roasty, you know.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah,
we done.
yeah, yeah. Overall, I thought the movie was alright. Yeah,
It's alright.
alright.
You going to Gamescom?
No.
Me neither. Alright. Um, follow the Rumble, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and join the Discord server. Sub to the main channel as well. I guess about it then. Follow social media. Bye bye. Remember, it's all just for funsies. Bye bye.